Someone told you your idea is crazy. Good. Now listen to me. Listen very, very closely. That doubt you see in their eyes, that is not a warning sign. No, that is the starting gun for your first crow. Okay? Let's get into this. You remember, right? Geo. They said free data? Impossible. It's a suicidal business model. They'll be bankrupt in a year.
Then there was Flipkart. The experts said, "Are you kidding? Indians will never buy something they can't touch and feel first. It's a complete fool's dream." Remember Ola? The taxi unions literally laughed. They said no Indian family would ever put their daughter in a stranger's car from an app. Never. It's against our culture, they said.
And just the other day, Zepto, 10-minute delivery? The business news called it a gimmick, a cash-burning machine that was doomed to fail.
Every single one of them was called crazy, and every single critic was proven wrong. Because these crazy ideas didn't just survive, they built empires. They changed the way we live in this country. So let me tell you something. What they call crazy is actually the greatest wealth strategy of our time. It's called disruption.
So where do these billion-rupee ideas even come from? It's simple. They come from a gap between the way things are and the way they could be, a gap that almost nobody else notices, but you do. You see, there are two ways to see the world. 99% of people look at what exists, the terrible traffic, the bad customer service, the broken systems, and all they do is complain. But the 1%, they see the exact same problems, but their brain is different. They see what could exist. They see the gap, and instead of complaining, they start building a bridge. That bridge becomes their company, and that bridge leads to their fortune. And Rob Moore says it perfectly. Money absolutely loves speed and change. And tell me, has there ever been a time of faster change in India than right now? You've got UPI, you've got 5G, you have 1 billion people whose aspirations are exploding. For the 99%, this is chaos. But for the 1%, this is the single greatest opportunity in the history of our country. Okay, let's forget about the big companies for a minute. Let's talk about you, right here, right now. Because I'm telling you, your biggest frustration holds the seed of your future fortune. I want you to do something for me. Think about your day. This week, what made you genuinely angry? What service was just awful? What took forever when it should have been instant? Don't just brush it off. Hold on to that feeling, that irritation. That's not just a bad mood, that's a signal. It's a signal pointing you directly to this. An entrepreneurial opportunity is nothing more than a problem that you can solve for other people. That's it. It's not about a fancy degree. It's not about big money from investors. It's about finding a source of pain and creating the solution. And here's the law. The bigger the problem you solve for the most people, the greater the wealth you create. It's that simple. So this is your moment of truth. Every single day, you see these problems. And you have a choice. You can join the 99% and just complain about it. Or you can be the 1% who stops and quietly asks, wait a minute, who is going to fix this? The moment you realize the answer might be me, that's when the entrepreneur inside you wakes up. But here's the thing. To even ask that question, you have to fight a lifetime of programming. You literally have to rewire your brain. And to do that, we have to name the villain, the thing that has been holding you and an entire generation back. This right here, this single sentence. If you don't get a government job, if you don't get an MNC job, your life is over. This idea, spoken with love by our parents, by our relatives, by our teachers, is the #1 enemy of your potential. It is the villain of your story. I need you to understand this. This mindset of chasing safety is the sworn enemy of the fortune that is waiting for you. It's a trap that convinces you to be a small, replaceable part in someone else's giant machine. It tells you to trade your limitless, God-given potential for a predictable monthly salary. We have to break free from this. And you have the power to do it. Let me give you 2 reasons why. First, science. Neuroscience proves that the entrepreneurial brain is not born, it's built. It's a muscle. The more you use it to find opportunities, the stronger it gets. Second, wisdom. This isn't some new age idea. Building is in our DNA. We come from a heritage of traders, creators, and merchants who built things from nothing. Enterprise is our birthright. It's time to reclaim it. All right, enough talk. Enough theory, it's time to act. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. In the next 60 seconds, your journey to the 1% starts with one small, simple step. So listen, forget about the perfect website. Forget about the perfect name. Perfectionism is just a fancy word for fear. The only rule you need to know is this: start now. Get perfect later, or maybe never. Just start. The real learning happens when you put your idea out into the world, not when it's sitting in a notebook. So I'm asking you, this is the only question that matters today. Look around at your life, at your world. What is one problem, one frustration that you are going to solve?
The answer to that question, that is the birth certificate of your company. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it should be messy. So here's my challenge to you. Write your first rough one-sentence idea in the comments below. Do it right now. Don't overthink it. That single comment could be the moment your entire life changes.
Just look around. There has never been a better time in the history of India to be a builder. A new generation is rising up from our towns and cities, and they are not waiting for permission. The only question left is, are you going to spend the rest of your one precious life watching them, or are you going to build alongside them? The choice is yours. Make it.